Welcome back to The Great Expanse by John Bet 426. It seems like it's been a week since I've seen you guys. I mean, I don't see anybody. I just see myself on the screen. That's why most of the time my attention is diverted to the monitor. So that's why usually I'm like looking off, like, let me tell you. And you're like, you're not looking at me. That's because I'm looking at myself. Anyway, it just seems like it's been a long time since I've recorded anything because I was having some storage issues. You know, like my phone reached its storage limit, so then I had to back everything up on my computer. But the size of those files, it filled up the storage on the computer quickly. So then I went to my tablet, and the storage was almost done there. So I had to fork out the money for more storage. If any of you are YouTubers and you have a concise way on how to manage your storage and like how to record, I would love for you to mentor me. I mean, I really enjoy doing this, but I would definitely appreciate some wisdom, someone who's a trailblazer, someone who's a pathfinder, and they can help a brother out, okay? And I hate to use cliches, but okay. I'm glad you're here. If you've liked these videos that you've seen, press like. If you dislike them, hit dislike.
But make sure you explain why you dislike it. Otherwise,
nothing. Subscribe to the channel so you can see all my materials. So you can definitely get wind when there's a new material dropped. You'll be the second one to know, and I, of course, will be the foist. This article jumped off the screen. DCEU 10-year plan explained. And the name of the website, I'm not making this up, is The Mary Sue. I'm just reading it. Now, before we even get into this article, I'm sensing a lot of cap in the explanation. Just like a politician makes a campaign promise, read my lips! This will disappoint. I haven't read it yet, okay? They're going to say things like, we plan to release movies every few years. Thank you. In those movies, you'll see Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, maybe Cyborg, maybe Blue Beetle. Thank you. I hope I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that this is what this is going to be. So let's go to the article. Like I said, it is by The Mary Sue. The article needs to be credited to Rachel Ulatowski. Okay. It has been about 10 years since Warner Brothers launched the DC Extended Universe, DCEU, and what a 10 years it's been. Ups and downs, mostly downs, a couple ups. The DCEU is a film franchise that provides a shared universe for DC comic book characters and storylines, similar to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. However, while the MCU has flourished with 29 films in 14 years and has become one of the biggest and most successful film franchises of all time, the DCEU has floundered a bit. You're being very delicate here, Rachel. The DCEU is a beached whale gasping for air. Across 10 years and 10 films, viewers are still struggling to see the interconnectivity of the DCEU. Not only that, but several of the films have been box office flops, received poor critical reception, or have been plagued with controversy. Or as they say across the pond, controversy. And on a note, I'm saying this, not the article, not Rachel. The problem is trying to be connected. Why do you need a shared universe? MCU does it very well, and I usually despise what the MCU puts out, but everything is connected. DC has thrived when things are standalone movies. Why go against the grain? The Dark Knight trilogy doesn't tie into anything except itself. So, come on. Get a brain, please. And when you find a brain, make sure it works. Things are changing fast at Warner Brothers, though, ever since their merger with Discovery. Ooh, Discovery. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav has been shaking things up with a new strategic approach that involves prioritizing quality over quantity and prioritizing theatrical releases over streaming. I dig that. I think a series should be streamed rather than a movie. These changes can be seen taking shape already with the upcoming merging of HBO Max and Discovery Plus, as well as with the shocking cancellation of Batgirl while it was in post-production. Guess who ain't shocked? This guy. Because there's no build-up, there's no context for it. The DCEU was one of the first properties of Warner Brothers Discovery to feel the effects of the strategy change with Batgirl's cancellation. They spelled cancellation with one L. Error. However, the changes aren't done yet, Zaslav is now moving forward with a 10-year plan for the DCEU. So they said all that to get to the meat of what I wanted to hear in the first place. The implementation of a 10-year plan and Zaslav's honing in on the DCEU isn't surprising. While the DCEU has had its shortcomings, there is no doubt that it is still one of the Warner Brothers properties with the most potential, easily. The goal of this 10-year plan seems to be to tap into the DCEU's potential and create a more unified DC comic universe in the future. DCEU 10-year plan explained. Okay, so there's a picture. It says the Batman, Black Adam, the Flash, Aquaman, and the Lost Kingdom. We already know these are coming out. The full details of DCEU's 10-year plan have not yet been revealed. So why am I reading this article? However, the gist of it is that Zaslav has promised a team is being formed to specifically focus on the DCEU and to meticulously carve out its future for the next 10 years. This 10-year plan idea is similar to Kevin Feige's plan for the MCU. Can you keep Kevin Feige's name and MCU out of your freaking mouths? Both the DCEU and MCU are planning their franchise's futures up to 2032. By planning in advance, the DCEU can truly ensure that the projects exist in a shared universe and can eliminate plot holes by having a true blueprint and direction for the franchise for the next 10 years. As said above, the full 10-year plan hasn't been released yet. However, we know the following upcoming DCEU releases will definitely be a part of it. I told you they weren't going to tell us anything new. See? I wanted to be surprised. Black Adam, which I did a trailer for here on The Great Expanse by John Bat 426. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, March 17th, 2023, which I did a trailer reaction to right here on The Great Expanse by John Bat 426. The Flash, which I've done several videos for right here. Okay, you get the idea. June 23rd, 2023. Please come out then. Blue Beetle, August 18th, 2023. I don't think that's going to stay there. I think they're going to push it back to 2024. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, December 25th, 2023. So basically, they're just rehashing stuff we already knew was coming out. No surprises. Additionally, many anticipate Wonder Woman 3 will also be a part of the DCEU 10-year plan. Duh. While the film doesn't have an official release date, Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot have confirmed it is in the works. Based on these upcoming films and Zaslav's own statements, the DCEU 10-year plan is going to especially focus on the big brand names of the DC Universe. This includes Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. These are the names that are most well known across the globe. Hence, the DCEU is basically structuring its future for the next 10 years around these brands. They plan to redirect their focus, capitalize on big brand names, and construct a solid blueprint for the shared DC Universe. As reported by The Direct, Zaslav stated during the Warner Brothers Discovery Q2 earnings call. I'm going to do a comedic voice because, as I said, this was going to be a fluff piece, or a puff piece, I believe it's called. No information is provided here. Told you. As we look at the opportunities that we have broadly, DC is at the top of the list for us. You look at Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. These are brands that are known everywhere in the world, and the ability to drive those all over the world with great stories is a big opportunity for us. We have done a reset. We've restructured the business where we're going to focus. There will be a team with a 10-year plan focusing just on DC. It's very similar to the structure. You've already heard this line in the previous video I did. Similar to the structure that Alan Horde and Bob Iger put together very effectively with Kevin Feige at Disney. I'm beginning to think the new higher-ups of Warner Brothers Discovery have pictures of Alan Horn, Bob Iger, and Kevin Feige on their bedroom walls. That's what I'm beginning to think. Because you can't have an article about them without them swabbing these three. Okay, and that's the end of the article. And there was no beginning because they told us nothing. This article told us nothing. Nothing. DCEU, you got problems. You got big problems. You have no plan. It says 10-year plan explained. But see, I already knew it was going to be a joke. I knew it. Basically, all we did was go through the course of nothing. We started at point A and wound up at point A. We went nowhere. DCEU, this is your future. You're going nowhere because you have no plan. I'm surprised they didn't mention Joker 2 in the 10-year plan. Isn't that a DC film? I'm surprised they didn't throw all that in. DCEU, you are about as annoying as a polyp on the edge of someone's anus. And I hope that language isn't too brusque for anyone. But that's how annoying the DCEU is. Because they don't know what they're doing. All they know is what they want to do. We want to do things like Marvel. How about you do things like DC? How about you get some intelligence? How about you get a DNA for your company, which is the real problem? Not Batgirl, not the movies, not even the loathsome Gotham Knights TV series, which I hope doesn't see the light of day. You're the problem, DC. You're the problem, Warner Brothers. You're clueless. This has been The Great Expanse by John Beck 426. And as you can see, I'm emotionally invested, intellectually invested in comic book related materials. That's what the pursuit of this channel is for. So when I hear garbage like this, all I can do is say, it stinks. Oh yeah, because there's garbage there. It's not hate, it's just me acknowledging the garbage. Can't serve me a tray of filth and tell me it's filet mignon. Nope. I'm built better than that. Anyway, if you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't like the video, hit dislike. Write a dissertation if you need to in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are on the current state of the DCEU. What are your thoughts on the 10-year plan? I know they don't have a plan. They don't have one, clearly. So, and again, I am looking forward to all those movies. Maybe Shazam, the least of those that were mentioned. But I pray that Warner Brothers Discovery hires the right team. Again, you don't need a Kevin Feige, you don't need an Alan Horn, you don't need a Bob Iger. Screw those guys. You're Warner Brothers, you're not Disney, all right? Let them do what they do great at the MCU. Forget them. Get them out of your system. Like purge yourself. Get an enema. Get them out of you, okay? And move forward. Pay attention to what the fans like, okay? Stop being so money hungry with things. What makes sense to the comic book fan? And again, I know you can't make live action, shot by shot, what a comic book says or portrays. You can't do that. Everything just doesn't work, okay? So get somebody with some intelligence. Get the team together. Don't be looking over their shoulders every 5 minutes saying, oh yeah, I like this, but I don't like that. Let the team work. Take your hands off. When they have a finished project or a finished product, then you say something and make an overall decision like, guys, this doesn't work. Back to formula. Back to formula. All right. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching this video. And again, it feels like I haven't done one in a while. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. And there will be more videos coming for you in the future. And I can't wait to see you for the next one.